Ladies and gentlemen, gather around as we embark on a captivating tale that delves deep into the enigmatic realm of Wall Street. Before we dive into the heart of our story, I want to take a moment to ask you, dear listeners, about your views on this bustling center of financial might. Wall Street, a name that resonates across the globe, often conjures up images of glimmering skyscrapers, bustling traders, and fortunes won and lost in the blink of an eye. It's a place where dreams of untold wealth dance tantalizingly before our eyes, tempting us to join the ranks of the financial elite. But what do you truly think of Wall Street? Is it a realm of infinite possibilities, where fortunes await those who dare to take the plunge? Or does it elicit feelings of suspicion, perhaps conjuring images of a system riddled with complexity, mystery, and questionable practices? We've all witnessed the financial experts on our screens, their voices brimming with confidence as they analyze market trends, make bold predictions, and recommend the latest must-have stocks. But have you ever wondered about the flip side? Are there times when you question their motives or suspect that not everything is as transparent as it seems? In the age of information, technology has granted us unparalleled access to financial markets, with platforms like Robinhood offering seemingly boundless opportunities to take part in this grand financial orchestra. But amidst the excitement and allure, it's crucial to consider the risks and potential pitfalls that lurk in the shadows. Today, we have an enthralling tale to share, a cautionary journey of one individual who believed they had it all figured out, armed with financial commentary and access to Wall Street's inner workings. It's a story of hope and ambition, but also of harsh lessons learned in the face of unforeseen consequences. Before we delve into the last part of our tale, I invite you to ponder your own suspicions and beliefs about Wall Street. Stay tuned, for in the unfolding chapters, we'll explore the highs and lows of this captivating narrative as one individual grapples with the allure of quick riches and the profound impact of their choices. So, dear listeners, take a moment to reflect. Let this tale be a guiding light, reminding us all that the journey to prosperity demands careful consideration, unwavering diligence, and a healthy dose of skepticism. Now, without further ado, let's venture forth into the story of how I gave it all to Wall Street. I was just an ordinary father, working hard at a regular 9-to-5 job, earning a modest income of around $50,000 a year. Life had been relatively stable, and I felt content with my lot. However, everything changed when I stumbled upon financial commentary on channels like CNBC and became intrigued by the allure of Wall Street. The financial pundits on those shows made investing seem like a path to untold wealth. They spoke with confidence, analyzing market trends and recommending stocks that were supposedly guaranteed to skyrocket. I found myself drawn into their world, convinced that I could also strike it rich by following their advice. Fueling my enthusiasm, I subscribed to Robinhood Gold, a platform that seemed to offer the keys to Wall Street's treasure trove. Armed with what I believed to be all the necessary information, I embarked on my journey as a self-proclaimed investor. The first sign of trouble was when I began blindly following the experts' suggestions without consulting my own instincts. I'd buy and sell stocks like a roller coaster ride, chasing gains from one promising stock to the next, depending on whose commentary I last heard. One of the biggest regrets I would later come to have was selling my shares in Tesla and Robinhood, two companies that had shown immense potential. I let go of those promising stocks based on nothing more than fleeting panic caused by the collapse of another company, SVB. I convinced myself that it was just a glitch or irrational fear driving the stock down, failing to foresee the actions of short sellers exacerbating the downward spiral. I had put all my savings into a new stock, FRC, and watched in horror as it plummeted towards oblivion. Yet, I couldn't bring myself to sell, thinking that selling would only crystallize the loss. I clung to the hope that the stock would somehow rebound miraculously, but my faith was misplaced. As the stock continued to sink, so did my heart. I felt as if I had hit rock bottom with it. All my hard-earned money had vanished, leaving me with nothing but a sinking feeling of despair. In a desperate attempt to salvage something, I pondered whether to cut my losses and sell, but by then, the stock had fallen below $5. In the end, I had no choice but to sell, clutching on to a mere $4,000 in my hands. It was a devastating blow, and I couldn't comprehend how I had let it all slip through my fingers. To add insult to injury, the market seemingly rebounded immediately after my colossal loss. It was as if Wall Street had magically recovered from its woes, while I was left grappling with the consequences of my misguided decisions. In the aftermath of this financial disaster, I learned a valuable lesson that the stock market is no place for reckless gambling. It requires prudent research, calculated risks, and the ability to trust one's gut instincts. The so called experts on TV, with all their analysis and confidence, can lead even the most diligent people astray. Though I lost a significant portion of my savings, I gained a newfound respect for the stock market and the importance of financial education. From that moment on, I vowed to rebuild my finances wisely, inch by inch, knowing that Wall Street's treasures were not as easily attained as I had once naively believed. As my story concludes, I hope that others can learn from my mistakes and approach the world of investments with caution, humility, and a deep understanding of the risks involved. The reveal. As the days turned into nights and the weight of my financial losses settled upon my shoulders, I found myself facing a daunting task: how to tell my wife that everything would be all right. The thought of seeing the worry etched on her face, the fear of an uncertain future, made my heart ache. I sat her down one evening, trying to summon the strength to speak. "Honey," I began, my voice hesitant yet determined, "I need to talk to you about something important." As I looked into her eyes, I saw the trust she had in me, and it made my task all the more challenging. With a deep breath, I opened up about my struggles in the treacherous waters of Wall Street. I recounted the alluring mirage of wealth I had chased, guided by the words of seemingly knowledgeable experts. I shared the regret of selling shares in promising companies, only to see my hard-earned money vanish into thin air. My wife listened attentively, her support evident even as I revealed the harsh reality of our financial situation. I told her about my attempts at various online business ventures, each one promising success but ultimately leading to disappointment. The dreams we once held, of a life of comfort and security, now seemed distant and elusive. With each word, I could feel the weight of our changed circumstances pressing upon us. The things we once purchased without a second thought now loomed in our minds, reminding us of how quickly our world had shifted. Even behaviors that once seemed insignificant were now scrutinized, as we sought to conserve every penny we could. I assured her that I had tried everything in my power to turn the tide, but it seemed that luck and circumstance had conspired against us. The opportunities and investments I once sought were now seemingly out of reach, and the road ahead felt uncertain. Tears welled up in her eyes, and my heart broke seeing the worry in her gaze. But I knew I couldn't hide the truth from her. I had to be honest about the mistakes I had made, even if it meant facing the consequences together. However, amidst the darkness of our financial struggles, I wanted to reassure her that we still had each other, our love, and our determination to weather this storm together. "I know it's tough," I said, my voice soft but resolute, "but we'll make it through this. We'll find a way to rebuild, to bounce back." As I held her hand, I reminded her that we were not defined by our bank balance or material possessions. Our family was built on love, trust, and the unyielding spirit to face challenges head-on. Together, we had overcome obstacles before, and this would be no different. "We might have stumbled, but we'll rise again," I told her, my voice brimming with conviction. "We'll find new opportunities, make smarter decisions, and build a better future. I won't rest until I've put us back on solid ground." She nodded, her faith in me unwavering. In that moment, I knew we were in this together, a team determined to conquer adversity. It wouldn't be easy, but with her by my side, I felt a renewed sense of hope. So, as the sun set on that emotional conversation, we faced the uncertain horizon hand in hand, ready to take on whatever life had in store. Our journey had taken an unexpected turn, but I knew that with love, perseverance, and unwavering support, we would emerge stronger than ever before. The road ahead might be challenging, but we were not alone, and together, we would find a way to reclaim our dreams and build a brighter tomorrow. The reality. As the days turned into weeks, and the weeks into months, the reality of our financial situation weighed heavily upon us. My job provided a steady income, for which I was grateful, but it was not enough to restore us to the comfortable life we once knew. I was determined to bridge the gap, to reclaim what was lost, and that determination led us down a desperate path. In a last-ditch effort to turn our fortunes around, my wife and I found ourselves playing the lottery, hoping that luck would finally smile upon us. We dreamed of striking gold and having our financial burdens miraculously lifted. Alas, the lottery's allure proved elusive, and our hopeful dreams were dashed yet again. Feeling the pressure mounting, I decided to take a calculated risk, driven by the anticipation of the federal government raising interest rates. I took short positions against several regional banks, hoping to profit from their struggles in the face of rising rates. With each trade option purchased, my heart beat faster, envisioning a much-needed financial win. However, as if Wall Street had a personal vendetta against me, the market moved in the complete opposite direction of my trade options. The banks I bet against seemed to defy all odds and thrived, despite my well-researched strategy. It was as if my actions inadvertently fueled their prosperity. Watching yet another bank collapse and be absorbed by a larger institution, I couldn't help but feel like a mere spectator in a merciless game orchestrated by Wall Street's unseen forces. The financial giants grew richer while I struggled to regain my footing. Determined to gain some insights and find solace in the company of others facing similar challenges, I joined Yahoo Finance to listen to the conversations of fellow investors. However, it proved to be a double-edged sword. The discussions resembled a chaotic boxing match, with everyone throwing punches of opinions and strategies. In the midst of this cacophony, I discovered that I was not alone. Many others, like me, had also been dealt harsh blows by the unforgiving market. Some had lost even more substantial sums, while others appeared to have vast resources they could fall back on. It was a disheartening realization, knowing that my options were limited compared to some of my fellow investors. Despite the daunting odds, I clung to the belief that there had to be a way out of this financial labyrinth. I knew that chasing quick riches through risky trades and impulsive decisions wasn't the answer. Instead, I needed to find a more sustainable and prudent path towards rebuilding our financial stability. As the days turned into nights, I found myself immersed in research, determined to identify opportunities that aligned with our financial goals. I sought counsel from trusted financial advisors, learning to temper my impulses and cultivate patience in the face of uncertainty. It was a trying journey, one fraught with doubt and setbacks. There were times when I questioned my decisions, wondering if I was destined to remain caught in the unforgiving grip of Wall Street's turbulent tides. Yet, amidst the challenges, there was a flicker of hope. I realized that true wealth lay not only in monetary gains but in the knowledge gained from this arduous experience. It was a journey that taught me the value of resilience, the importance of financial education, and the strength found in unity with my family. With renewed determination and a willingness to learn from my mistakes, I vowed to navigate this unpredictable landscape with greater wisdom and foresight. The road to recovery might be long and winding, but I knew that as long as we faced it together, we would find a way to carve a new path towards financial security once again.